My dear sister, if you are in a marriage where "I'm sorry" never leads to real change, if you feel guilty because you are forgiven but you cannot forget the pain, please hear me. You are not a bad Christian. Today, I want to share with you the life-changing truth that sets me free. Many of us have believed a lie. We have been told that to truly forgive like Christ, we must also forget. And so we try. We try to erase the memory of the hurt, the betrayal, the unkind words. But when it happens again, the pain feels fresh. The guilt feels heavier. And we begin to think, maybe my faith is weak. But my sister, that is not what God asks of you. Let's talk about what forgiveness truly is. Forgiveness is a choice you make in your heart. It is deciding to let go of anger. You are not saying what they did was right. You are not giving them permission to hurt you again. You are simply refusing to carry the pain any longer. It is like opening a cage door and letting a trapped bird fly free. And that bird is your peace. You do this for yourself. Now let me give you 3 powerful reasons to choose this freedom. Number 1, you forgive to obey God. Colossians chapter 3 verse 13 tells us to forgive as the Lord forgave us. We do this not because the other person deserves it, but because God is worthy of our obedience. Forgiveness is an act of worship. Number 2, you forgive to reclaim your peace. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It hurts you the most. Forgiveness is the antidote. It gives you back your sleep, your joy, and your ability to pray with a clear heart. Number 3, you forgive to break the chain. Unforgiveness creates a cycle of bitterness that can affect your children, your relationships, and even your health. Forgiveness stops the poison from spreading. It protects everything you hold dear. Now, let's talk about memory. This is where we often get it wrong. Your memory is not a failure to forgive. Your memory is God's gift of wisdom to you. It is your shield. If you touch a hot stove and burn your hand, you forgive the stove. But will you place your hand on it again? No. The memory of that burn is not bitterness. It is wisdom. It is protection. Here are 3 godly reasons to remember. Number 1, memory gives you wisdom. It helps you see patterns of behavior. It teaches you the difference between true repentance and empty words. James chapter 1 verse 5 tells us that wisdom is a gift from God. Number 2, memory helps you set boundaries. Memory is the voice that says, I will not be spoken to that way again. I will not accept that behavior again. It becomes the foundation of boundaries that protect your heart. Number 3, memory honors your journey. Your scars are not shameful. They are proof of what you survived. They testify to God's faithfulness in your life. To forget the pain would be to forget the battle He carried you through. Now, sister, let's bring this all together with one final analogy. I want you to picture your life, your home, your marriage as a kitchen. In this kitchen, there is a stove. Now, one day, you reach out and place your hand on this stove, and you get a terrible burn. The pan is searing. It is a deep hurt. You have a choice in how you respond to this burn. Let's talk about the unhealthy extremes. Option 1, revenge. You could try to destroy the stove. You scream at it, hit it, try to break it. But all this does is leave you with a bent hand and a destroyed kitchen. You've created more chaos and damage, but the pain in your hand remains. Option 2, fear. You could become so terrified of the stove that you refuse to ever enter the kitchen again. You abandon the place where you are meant to be nourished. You go hungry and live in lack, all because of your fear of one appliance. But my sister, there is a third way, the way of wisdom. First, you forgive the stove. You don't deny the burn. You tend to it. You let yourself heal. You release the anger toward the stove because holding on to it only infects your wound. This forgiveness is for you so you can function again. Then you remember the burn. You don't forget it. That memory is now your most important tool. You think, the stove has the capacity to get very hot and hurt me. I will not place my bare hand on it again. This doesn't mean you never use the kitchen again. It means you change how you interact with the stove. You decide to use oven mitts. You learn to turn the burners off when you're not cooking. You check the temperature before you get close. Those oven mitts are your boundaries. The memory of the burn is what gives you the wisdom to use them. Alright, enough of this parable. Let's make this real. Imagine your husband has a pattern of verbally abusing you with what you've shared with him. For instance, you shared something vulnerable, probably about you or your sister, and he mocks you or uses it to insult your family. That cruel remark is the burn. Now, applying the analogy, revenge would be screaming back insults, trying to hurt him just as deeply. After all, his family's case is even worse. This, my sister, destroys the kitchen. It's a no-no. If you apply fear and bitterness, you would stop talking to him, go no contact, or decide never to share your feelings with anyone again. This is you starving yourself outside the kitchen. Wisdom is the third way. You forgive him. Do not allow the pains of those cruel words to eat you up. Release the poison of his words from your own heart. You heal. But you shouldn't forget it. You have to always remember. If you forget it, then you are likely to give him more information he would use to insult you more with. So the next time you feel vulnerable, you put on your oven mitts. Your boundary might sound like this. Before sharing, you think, he has shown me he is not a safe place for my feelings. I will rather share this with my trusted friend, or on this Faithful Warriors Forge channel, or better still, on our anonymous Telegram support group, Faithful Warriors Lounge. You are still in your kitchen. You are still honoring your marriage, but you are no longer getting burned. You are using the memory of past pain to create powerful protection for your heart. That, my dear sister, is not a lack of faith. It is the very essence of biblical wisdom. Forgiveness without memory can make you naive. Memory without forgiveness can make you bitter. But when you hold both together, you become a woman who is free and safe. A woman who honors God with her heart and honors His wisdom with her mind. So today, I release you from that guilt. Forgive him for your own freedom and keep the memory for your own protection. You are not a bad Christian. You are a wise, strong, and discerning woman of God. If you found value in this message, share it with one other sister who needs to hear it. Watch other videos from us like these ones displayed on the screen, and subscribe to this channel for more words that will help you stand strong in God's grace and remain unshaken. Remember, you are never alone. God is with you, and we are in this together. You are unshaken. You are loved. You are free.
Thank you and remain blessed.